Stamp batik is batik which is made using a stamp or something like a stamp. Stamp batik is very different from written batik, which is made by writing directly using chanting. The stamp batik motif no longer burdens batik craftsmen by making patterns and drawing batik motifs first. They can directly choose which stamp pattern should be produced and printed on the fabric. To make stamp batik, you need general materials and tools used in the batik making process. The following additional tools are needed when making stamp batik, including table. The term table refers to the flat surface used to support the fabric and stamping during wax application. Then pen. A pen used specifically in the batik stamping process. It usually has a flat shape, making it easier to melt batik wax. Then stove. Stove used to heat baking pan and melt batik wax so it can be applied to fabric. Then wax. Wax, a special type of wax used as a resist material in the batik stamping process. This wax forms a protective layer over the fabric, preventing the dye from sticking to certain areas. Then, chanting stamp, a tool for applying wax to fabric precisely using a stamping mold. This helps to create a clearly defined pattern. Then, mori cloth, a type of cloth often used in the batik process. This fabric has dense and fine fibers, making it easier to absorb dye and providing good results. Then, batik dye, a dye used to provide color to parts of the fabric that are not protected by wax. This dye can be in the form of liquid or powder. Then, batik dyeing tap. It is a place where cloth is dyed after going through the wax application process. The fabric is dipped or dyed specifically according to the desired design. Then, next is drum tongs for Lorot process. Drum barrels are used to evenly dye the fabric in the dye solution. This process is called Lorot and aims to provide a best color to the fabric. Then the next one is bamboo clothesline. It is used to dry fabric after the dyeing process. Bamboo clotheslines allow fabrics to dry evenly and avoid contamination. Then, all of these tools work synergistically in making stamp batik, creating a unique and colorful work of textile art. Then, cap batik protection process. After getting to know the tools and materials for stamp batik, the next stage is the stamp batik production process. Here are the producers for making stamp batik. The first is stamping process. The stamping process in making stamp batik is an essential stage that gives identity to the fabric. First, the batik artist prepares a stamp made of copper or brass with the desired motif design. The inside of the stamp mold is carefully coated with wax, which acts as a coloring barrier during subsequent stage. This wax not only protects certain areas of the fabric, but also forms a unique and distinctive motif of stamp batik. Next, the process of applying wax to the fabric begins. The cloth to be made into batik is placed under the stamp mold, and wax that has been melted is carefully placed on the top of the stamp mold. Through the pressure exerted on the stamped mold, the wax sticks to the fabric to form a motif according to the printed design. This process requires the skills and precision of the batik artist to ensure the motif is formed clearly and in line with expectations. Then the second is coloring process. The fabric coloring process is making stamp batik is an important step to provide color to the motif that has been formed throughout the previous stamping process. After the fabric has was a barrier in certain areas according to the motif, the next step is to add color to the fabric. First, the fabric that has gone through the stamping process is placed in a textile dye solution. Coloring can be done using various techniques such as dipping or brushing. In the dye technique, the fabric is thoroughly dipped in the dye solution, while in the Shukyu technique, the dye is applied manually using a brush or squeege. Then, the third is Lorot process. The Lorot process is making stamp batik is a special step carried out after the dyeing process to remove the wax that has been applied to the fabric during the stamping process. Wax acts as a barrier protecting certain areas of the fabric from staining. The Lorot process is a key step to unlock the neck wax and reveal previously hidden batik motifs. First of all, batik cloth that has gone through the same stamping and dyeing process is treated in a certain way to dissolve or remove wax. There are several methods that can be used, such as heating or soaking in a special chemical solution. Heating can be done by placing the cloth over low heat or by using certain heating devices. As it warms up, the wax melts and can be removed from the fabric. Then the fourth is drying process. The fabric picking process in making stamp batik is the step after the Lorot process, where the batik cloth has gone through a series of previous stages, including the stamping, dyeing, and Lorot processes. Then dried in the sun to dry. This process has several important goals in producing quality stamp batik. After the fabric undergoes the Lorot process and the wax is removed, the fabric must be dried well so that the batik motifs and colors appear clear and brighter. Fabric that has been freed from wax will absorb dye better, and the pick-up process helps secure the finish. Then, the last point is fabric folding process. The process of folding the cloth in making stamp batik is the final stage before the batik is ready to be marketed or used. After the batik cloth has undergone an stamping, dyeing, Lorot, and picking process, the folding process is carried out to give it a shape and layout that suits your needs or desired design. Batik artists usually have skills and creativity in folding cloth according to certain motifs or patterns. Batik cloth is folded with precision to produce an aesthetic and cohesive appearance. This folding process can pay attention to small details in the motif, creating a harmonious overall impression. Apart from presentation purpose, folding the cloth also functions to facilitate storage, transportation, and marketing of batik products. In some cases, the way the cloth is folded can be a characteristic of a group or region that produce certain batik.